Alright, this is Rock Queen 71 coming at you live from my headquarters in Rockland. How's it going? It's Thursday. It's Think Tank Thursday, where we just don't overthink things. And we're keeping it simple, stupid. That's right. Because if we think too much, we get in trouble. I know I do. Seriously. How's it going, guys? I hope you're having a rocktastic night so far. I hope life's not dragging you down. I hope you're staying away from the white noise. I hope you're not thinking too much. Not good, especially in a negative way. I've been working a lot. I've been working a lot on I'm out of breath. It takes a lot of energy to be me. I'm telling you. Ask my husband, he knows. I've been working real hard to overcome obstacles with the stream. I'm like, I guess, hyper-focused. Hyper-focused! You know, and I never went to bed till like 1:30, 2 o'clock this afternoon. Because last night I was working on, working on thumbnails for YouTube videos, working on my AI stuff, which one picture came out so freaking awesome. I was so happy about that. You know, I showed my husband and stuff, and he was like, his mind was blown. You know, like I said, I'm loving this AI stuff. I'm coming up with all these ideas. I found some other sites that would freak you out. I'm trying to figure out how to use my cell phone to connect you all, or to the stream, to my computer monitor. Because to me that's important. I want you guys to have fun, and I want to do things with you that will be so much freaking rocktastic and all that. You know? And I'm pushing myself hard. And I think it's because I'm feeling so much better. So much better. With my back, very little pain. And I want to get things rocking and rolling. And all that. Everything comes, and I'll admit, a lot of times, you know, when I'm working on the stream and all this stuff, I really have to be grateful that I have the opportunity that I can stream. Maybe not in the best quality, okay? Come on, Elon! Come on, Elon! Give me some Starlink! I need it now! Please, Elon, forget about Twitter. Give me some Starlink in this area. I have a platform to help others. I want people, when they come on the stream, to enjoy themselves, to interact more, because the more you interact, the more you get out of the stream. And at times and stuff, it's okay to sit back and relax and, you know, enjoy what's going on. It's not a requirement. I'm not, you know, but, a lot of times, even with the littlest issue, like say on the stream, or say when I'm making a thumbnail, or when I'm doing this or that, or what, I get overwhelmed. You know, I get overwhelmed and I panic, and I don't go into a full panic attack. But there's times on the stream where I broke down, cried on the stream because I was like, I don't know what's going on. Ah! You know, I know I'm not the only streamer that has gone through that. Oh. Java Monster is the only rocket fuel for this rocket queen. Hell yeah! Cheers, guys. And oh, my thoughts and prayers are so with the people in Florida. Keep on keeping on. Stay strong, guys. You're going to get through this sooner or later. There's so many people behind you in America. You know. And that's another thing, too. I want... when I was on Mixer, you know what, I gave back a lot to the community. In Texas, I never went there, but our Queens Charitable Nights raised $400, and I was so proud of that, you know, and I want to keep doing that, but I have to focus on this first, you know, and also, you know, I got a comment on my Twitter, you know, and she's like, actually two, I love your energy, so freaking awesome, you know, and all that, and I'm very high energy. Some people know that. It's not just because of the Java Monster either. I'm just saying. I'm from Jersey, baby. Jersey. Okay? We're all high strung up in Jersey. And believe me, people in Oklahoma around these parts, they're like, is she on meth? You know, I'm just saying. I'm making my mark around here, let me tell you. And I think, you know, also, I have to keep things in focus. I have to keep my eye on the prize. And I don't do... I'm going to tell you this, guys. Whether you believe me or not, I do not do this for the money. Zilch money. I'm doing this because I feel like I have a platform to help others that are struggling with drugs, alcohol, and mental illness. That's it. You can ask anybody that knows me. You know, that was my mission on Mixer, and it's my mission on Twitch. You know, but the stream's gonna be different. You know, it's music to me is important to my stream. If you knew me when I was back on Mixer, I had kick-ass music. Most of it was copyrighted, but they didn't care. They didn't care. Even on here, when Streamlabs was working for me and all that, I had my music going. People love that. You know, but of course, I'm trying to, I guess, be a saint now when it comes to not breaking rules. I might not break rules now for the copyright strikes, but I will talk about religion, politics, and a lot of other red state stuff. You know, this, and also, the stream is all about respect. You can come on here to my channel and you can talk about just about anything you want. As long as you keep it clean and be mature about things, and if you have an opinion, and if I talk about certain things about the world stuff, or my worldview, politics, religion, or whatever, that's okay. If you disagree with that, that's fine. I'm not gonna ban you. I'll ban you if you're acting like a real total asshole and saying a lot of raunchy stuff and being disrespectful. You'll be out of here with no warnings, nothing. Just saying. But if you want to just talk about, a topic that, say, you disagree with me about a certain topic, or you think, mine's just the greatest or whatever, whatever topic, I'll sit here and listen to you. I'll have an open mind. Just like you should have an open mind. And we can learn things through each other. Maybe stuff that I never heard about, or stuff that you never heard about. We have to come together and just respect our differences. It all comes down to old-fashioned values, which people don't have anymore. Or people just don't have common sense anymore. And, but we're here to change that. You know? We're here to change it. We want to come back. For the world to come back and have old-fashioned values. Like I said, respect, decency, empathy, decency, respect, compassion. It seems like everything that I just talked about, people just threw all that out the window. Thanks to the internet and social media. And I keep saying this, guys, you have to get away from the white noise. You have to get away from Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, mainstream media. So, in other news, this is from the Daily Beagle. Spicy assault claims. Two women, and these are accusations, by the way, and I quote, two women say streamer Steve Blanchard, known as Stevie Business, groped them at events this year. I'm going to say I'm not surprised, because these TwitchCons, these PAX events, it's like a and for those that say, well, the women were drunk. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If a woman says to you, or a man, let's start with this. If a woman says no to you, it means no. And even if a woman is slightly drunk, slightly smashed, and, she's flirting with you or doing whatever, and you say, well, she was flirting with me. She wanted me. No. I mean, we've all been there and stuff, okay? But if a woman says, I don't know if I should do this or what, it's still not a right thing to do. All right? Because at that point, when a woman is so far gone, smashed, blitzed, whatever, that she really doesn't know what she's doing, and you know what you're doing, I don't care if you're buzzed or not, You're so at fault. You should just walk away. But I know there's a lot of scumbags out there that take advantage of women like this. Okay? So anyway. So, these women, I quote the Daily Beast, one of whom says she's since learned of additional instances of assault from other alleged victims. Well, that tells you right there, too. Just like Bill Cosby, you know, just like, I can't think of, just like other celebrities or not, you know, Louis C.K., okay, like that. Louis C.K., Bill Cosby, brain fart, you know, if there's multiple women lining up saying, yeah, he did that to me too. And everybody, and what I hate is, you know, you hear of when people say, oh, no, they're not. By the username Stevie Business have disappeared from the after a female Twitch streamer shared a letter on Twitter over the weekend in which she described being groped by Blanchard without her consent. I didn't see this letter. Yeah, it's a long one. I'm going to say this. I don't know if I should say this other streamer's name or not. All I'm going to say is, if you want information, more information about who this female streamer is, you can, you know, look up, you know, CV Business and all that. So she says, I was sexually assaulted by a Twitch community member. I won't be quiet anymore. I'm at TwitchCon. I've heard multiple assault from both men and random women, being groped, fondled, harassed, saying no repeatedly, only to be ignored. Many of whom don't want to make a public post about it, which is their right. But this shit has got to stop in the Twitch community. And it's not. I hate to say it's not, because you have to remember who you're dealing with. You know, you're dealing with a lot of people that are self-centered, that are egotistical, that are narcissistic. Most of them which have a YOLO attitude. You know, they still think they're in high school. They have a high school mentality, pretty much. I think that the Twitch community has to address this. I think, you know, I'm talking about, you know, corporate, but, you know how they are with certain things. Because, you know why? Do you know why? Because they still let these streamers do certain things like have these licking ears ASMRs or pole dancers. But they don't care. They don't care because it brings them money. It brings the platform money. And most of these people that just throw money at these people are horny teenager boys. Just saying. So she continues to say, posting this is terrifying, but I refuse to live in fear of what people might say about me for speaking out. Well, good for her. Good for her. And I'm going to say this also. If she loses followers from this, big deal. At least she has some self-respect. You know, at least, I don't know who this wife is and stuff, so, but at least she's getting her point across, you know. So she says, in July 2022, I was at this weekend-long event with a very large group of Twitch streamers. People who are my friends and that I trust. We'll just go on. To these kind of events. 2 separate instances occurred to me that night by the same man, and I witnessed him doing it to another woman also. I had never met this particular man before in person, but I knew him from our online community. That night, he was very friendly, draping himself over people and hugging and running backs and cracking dirty jokes. He was clearly intoxicated. I had weird vibes, but didn't think much of it at the beginning. Well, first, alright, so, I don't know how old she is. I really don't. We all love hearing dirty jokes. I tell them every time, at times and stuff. You know, you want to hear a dirty joke now? All right. The pig fell in the mud. Boom, boom. That's my dirty joke. I do actually know a lot of dirty jokes, but I had to keep this dirty joke clean, if you know what I mean. Alright, so, the first incident occurred at the patio we were gathered at, where Stevie Business approached me from behind, slid his arm over my shoulder. Then his hand went down my chest and groped my breast. I removed his hand, walked away, and kept my distance. So, I'm going to move on with my life and not let it affect me. I'll tell you one thing, if I was her, I would slug him right in the face. You know what? She should have spoke up. You know, she should have spoke up. Not just leave, but spoke up. Saying, what the hell, dude? You know, what the hell? You don't do that to me. You know, like, I soon after witnessed him grabbing another woman's ass and asked her if I needed help to step in. She said no, she would speak up if it continued. Well, alright, so, first of all, you know, you shouldn't speak up if it continues. If any situation like that happens, you speak up at first. You know, it shouldn't happen in the first place. But some of these guys, okay, and we've all been there, I know I've been there, where they want to see how far they can go. The baseball term, oh, I got to first base, I got to second. They can go. If they can cross that line. So, there's so much to say about this. He obtained zero consent from either of us. Yet we still said nothing and went on with our lives because this is so common. Excuse me. And we didn't want to ruin other people's night. Well, too bad. I mean, it's not about those people. It's about you. You were violated. You were violated. And if those other people don't understand you and say to you, why did you do that for? You ruined the whole freaking weekend. You ruined the whole freaking night. Well, big deal. This has to be addressed first. If you cared about me, I'm acting like the woman here that's in this article or this, this Twitch post. If you were my friends, you would understand why I'm speaking out about this. And if you think I'm so wrong for speaking about it, you're not my friend. You're supposed to stick up for me. You're supposed to support me. And if your friends don't meet your needs of how being a friend is, or should be, then gone. Now, we have a whole topic to talk about with that. Alright. Later that night, and I quote from this Twitlonger post, later that night, when our group of friends moved on to a second location, while I was waiting to get a drink at the bar, I felt a body pressed against me. I tried moving forward away from and felt his hand slide. But by you saying nothing at that point, if you had any self-respect, you can clearly see, I would have pushed him. I really would have. I've done that in my past. You don't want to do anything to me that I didn't consent to. And I would have called security to get him the hell out of there. I'm sure there was security at this place. I don't know if it was at a bar. Well, they said they moved on to another place. I don't know if it was at a bar. But I would have said something to one of the bartenders or whatever, saying, get this guy out of here because he's feeling me up. He's making me feel uncomfortable. I jumped, turned, and gave him a dirty look, and said, "Yeah, you could have done more than just giving him a dirty look, honey." You should have stood up for yourself and says, don't do that again. Or better yet, I'm calling the cops. I'm calling security. You're going to get the hell out of here. And she ran to my I jumped, turned, and gave him a dirty look and ran to my... Well, really? I mean, come... You did know what to do at that point, but you didn't want to ruin everybody's evening. You just said it in the other paragraph. And I'll where is it? You just said it in the last paragraph. So, I'm going to start off with this sentence that I just read to you, right? I didn't know what to do at that point, and I left the group to go back to my... Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, well, yeah. That was... Alright, so we're going to do this again. I didn't know what to do at that point, and left the group to go back to my hotel and sleep. I was overwhelmed, scared, and didn't say anything. Well, that happens a lot. Okay, that happens a lot. You know, with women not reporting rape. You know, I said it. Or you know, sexual assault. You know, even like with being physically abused. You know, in a relationship. You know, because they don't know how to move on. There's so many financial reasons and reasons for them to stay in that relationship, which can be overwhelming, and I understand all that. But like I said, she did know what to do. Because she said, yet we said nothing, and I quote this from her post on TwitLonger. I lost my place. Oh, alright. Yet we said nothing and went on with our lives because this is so common and we didn't want to ruin other people's night. People pleasing. That was just called people pleasing. It's not about them, it's about you. And like I said, if they don't understand and they're getting all in a huff and angry at you, well, they weren't your friends to begin with. I'm sorry. Excuse me. believe me, you can, you know, I don't know how much she hung out with these people physically. And when I say, like, meet them, hang out with them, and if it's just a one-year thing, you know, but, I mean, a lot of times, or most of the time, people will present themselves as, oh, you know, I can be your friend, you know, and then, you know, being online is different from the real world. Where he actually said it's the quartering YouTuber. He posts his content every day. He has a podcast, a live broadcast on YouTube on Thursdays at 5 o'clock Central Time. He really is, you know. But he said content creation house or whatever. He's like, no, I don't want to do that because a lot of these streamer houses, you know, they're a wild bunch. He doesn't want to be associated with that kind of behavior. You know? I'm not saying all these people are like that. You know? But you really have to feel them out. And, you know, if you feel using your own intuition, saying, I don't know if I should be hanging out with these people. I feel like if they're not really my kind of people, then just say, you know, it's okay to still hang out with them online, but if you have a lot of red flags saying, yeah, I don't know about them, you should really consider to move on. You don't have to explain to people anything. You know? So, I'm reading along here. The next night, we were on a party boat. Spent most of the time. I spent most of the night outside the group. I tried and sometimes managed to participate in some. Didn't worry about me. But the weekend was ruined. So I barely touched a drink and spent the whole time making sure my female friends were drinking. You should be looking out after yourself. You know? And like I said, it's not about them. It's about you. Many commented on me being a mother hen that night. Alright, so when she said mother hen, like, I guess her female friends didn't appreciate her looking out after them. You know. And you aren't responsible for other people's actions. You're the only person responsible for your own. If she was, I mean, you could clearly see she was looking after her friends. You know, and but I mean, she goes on about this. But I mean, but she does say, like, in this, like, I'm done being quiet. What happened to me was unacceptable. Hell yeah, it was. What happened to other one was unacceptable. Hell yeah, it was. Consent is a thing. Female streamers shouldn't be scared to hang out with our groups of friends because of shit like this. I pray other women come forward about this. They have had their reasons not to, and do not shame them for it. People who commit these heinous acts are the only ones at fault. If anyone has witnessed these things, I also hope they speak up. Well, hopefully these people will speak up. You know, and if they don't, well, that's their choice. And I bet you, if they go to another event that they hang out with the same people, the same situation is going to happen again. Or worse. And this is the ending to her TwitLonger post. In the end, I don't care who believes me or not, but I can't keep quiet. I am going back to TwitchCon today. I'm going to have fun there and be with my friends. It's that this can stop even just one other human being from being assaulted at a Twitch event. As for consent, if you say If someone says yes, then yay! If not, don't touch. If someone says no, back off. You'd think it would be that simple. And of course, I mean, we all know that if you have a couple of drinks or whatever, your inhibitions, you know, for some, you know, it makes them loose and, you know, handle social situations better because they feel awkward, uncomfortable, you know, because they're nervous, you know, and, you know, they have social anxiety and, you know, and all that stuff. You know, so, I'm just looking at her Twitch feed. Maybe they should, you know, have, you know, I'm trying to think, guys. It is the think tank today. Think tank Thursday. But you have to understand too that for allowing this to happen, I think they really need to have a town hall meeting about this. Even with the male streamers involved, you know, and set some guidelines. To me, a lot of times Twitch contradicts themselves a lot, you know. But I think this group of women should really have a council town meeting, probably among themselves, or have it on Twitch, and have the executives of Twitch come in too. You know, since it is their platform, and stuff like this shouldn't be happening. This one commenter said, oftentimes it's by somebody we trusted, so there's no physical evidence. It becomes a he said, she said type thing. And that's true too. You think, oh, he's a nice guy. Oh, because you see him on stream and you talk to him on Discord or Twitter or whatever. Oh, he's a nice guy. And you finally meet up with him and things happen. But I do commend her for speaking out about this. And a lot of times after a victim of sexual assault, they have to a lot of times it's like they really needed to process this whole thing, and most of the time after they process this whole thing, they speak out, they go to the cops, and or whatever. So she is being brave, and usually when you see it with a, say, Bill Cosby case, where one or two speak out, and that just turns on the light switch, and I think too, the higher ups at Twitch, when they have TwitchCon, they should have it where it's mandatory. I mean, they're all adults pretty much, okay? But like I said, it's like a fraternity party. But I think, for the bigger streamers, even up down to the smaller streamers, that if you are going to TwitchCon, that you have to sit in a mandatory meeting about this stuff. Yeah. That's my thoughts about that. So, In other news, but I can understand why she, did what she did. You know what? So, like I said, this is Thursday night, and it's Think Tank Thursday, where we discuss ideas or just like think about solutions to problems, to better ourselves, better our lives, better our stream. We have to really keep it simple, stupid. For me, I have to think of a way to really manage my time, and I can never do that because I'm just a hot mess when it comes to that. I'm not disciplined enough. My husband will tell you that. It takes the D word, discipline. I said, yeah, I'm disciplined. I'm disciplined with my recovery from drugs and alcohol. And that's the only thing I'm concerned about. But I have to try to keep things simple and not stress myself out over, like say, making thumbnails or I don't have control over certain things in my life or people. I can't be powerless over people or things or places. I have to learn that I'm only capable of what I'm doing. I'm doing it at my own pace. I should really have, if you look around here, I have no clock. Just like in a casino. When you go to a casino, or even a bar, for that matter, or whatever, they have no clocks around there. You know why that is? They don't want you to realize how much time you're spending at the casino. That's a fact. Even at the bar, they have a clock somewhere that's rarely could be seen. But when it's closing time, they'll tell you, right? Been there, done that. So I have to maintain my sanity, pretty much. I just have to, just be proud of how much I accomplished so far. And just be grateful for the opportunity that I do have. I still have a Twitch stream. And I am learning about stuff. Even though I don't get it, I mean, just like last night, this guy was talking about how to get rid of, the glasses, the glare, in the glasses. I couldn't get it. I was like, I want it to be easy. Which it is easy. The guy was, on YouTube showing how it's done. But for me, I complicate things too much. That's my personality. That's my Jersey-tude. I love to complicate things for myself. To make things harder than what they are. That's me. When in reality, it's not that hard. And there's a lot of times I just want to be mad for a while. I guess, There's a song by Terry Clark. She's a Canadian country singer. And one of the songs is, I just want to be mad for a while. I have to focus. And that's another thing too. It's like, and I've talked about this on the stream too, where I focus on one thing. Okay? I focus on one thing. But then my attention gets drifted to somewhere else. And then I focus on that thing for a long time, and the other stuff gets neglected. And I don't have ADHD. But it happens with all of us. And, but if you're having a hard time with, say, figuring out, the stream, like, if you're figuring out things for the stream, and you just can't get it right, or you're playing a game and you can't get past a certain level, and you've been playing that level for like 5-6 hours and you still can't get through. Take a break and do something else. And then when you're ready, go back to it. Just like with me with holiday stuff. I get into holiday mode. And once I have an idea for a present or whatever, you can ask my husband this. I will sit on the internet and I will find what I am looking for. I am so determined to get that gift for people. or food for, for Christmas Eve. Because it's all about expectations. And with me, I have high expectations of myself. So when my goals are, say, up here, the bar's up here, right? And here I'm doing the work. I'm figuring things out. I'm getting things done and all that. But I hit a snag. I can't figure it out. And here I'm going through all these different channels, right? And it's like I'm right here with achieving a lot of things for that day, but I still get overwhelmed and I get hard on myself because I didn't reach that goal. I didn't reach that bar. And I become powerless over control or situations that I don't have control over. So, for you to really reach that goal, set the bar lower. And I bet you, and I can guarantee that you will get past that bar. And then you'll feel accomplished. Expectations. I'm sure most of you out there go to a party, or say no, go to your family's house for Thanksgiving or Christmas. And you're like, oh, I have to go there. Oh, and you're dreading this as you know, right? And it's like, I really don't want to go, but because you know that a lot of chaos is going to ensue, especially on Thanksgiving. You know how that goes. And it's like, I want to go somewhere else for Thanksgiving. But I can't because my family expects me to be there. I want to have Thanksgiving with my friends. Right? You have a choice, right? And if your family doesn't understand that you want to go somewhere else and spend time with, your friends, and other people, whatever, that's okay. With me, with Christmas, I get really, like I said, I get crazy insane with being in holiday mode. And it really puts pressure on my husband at times. And it puts a lot of pressure on myself because I have to get these gifts for these people because I'm the kind of person that thinks about, getting gifts that they would enjoy. I just don't give gifts to give them. Like, how a lot of people just give gift cards. Oh, here. Like they deal them like a deck of cards. Like in a poker game. So, a couple years ago, a friend of mine said to me, Because I was really stressing out about this with Christmas. And I'm stressing out about it now, even though Christmas isn't until, a couple months away. Because right now, my medical bills are, forget it. Okay? So our budget is to, first things first, right? Take care of the bills first, and now everything comes out, everything, you do everything last. Right? Alright, so I like to, decorate for Christmas, and like I said, I go all out on Christmas Eve, and I get shrimp cocktail with crab claws, and I get sushi, and I get hors d'oeuvres, pastry puffs that are filled with taco meat or potato, or because like I said, to me it's my gift to everybody else, and I want them to have a good time. And it's not all about me. It's about them having fun and having a smile on their face and enjoying themselves and just relaxing and all that, right? So a couple years ago, I was stressing out, because it was COVID and all that. So my friend said to me, I know how much this means to you, but sometimes you gotta just slim things down, and forget about the expectations you put on yourself. And most of the time, she said to me this. She says last year, I didn't decorate anything. We just had a tree. We told the kids, we're not, they're older kids, okay? They're not like some old kids. All right, so just to make that clear, they have grown kids out of the house. But anyway, so she says, I put up, for years, and she says, this, I decorate everywhere, and, and whatever. Last year I told the kids, we're not going to decorate, we're going to have one tree, and that's it. As far as presents, we're not going to have presents this year. She says, my kids weren't mad. Because the most important thing that they wanted was to be with family. That's all. And Christmas has become way too much commercialized. I mean, they have stuff out now for Christmas, for God's sake. That's how, you see it on YouTube, you go on Amazon, Prime Day for Christmas items, and people can't afford it because of the inflation, gas prices. Most people can't afford things now because thanks to Biden. And yeah, I said it, but we're not going to go off on a rant about Biden. But it's all about expectations. She says, your family will understand. I mean, I'll give you an example. My drug-addicted nephew-in-law that lives in my mother-in-law's house, Does he give gifts to people? Nope. Oh, maybe to his now wife. That's another story in itself. But, you know. But I don't think I got anything from him ever since I've been living here for 5 years. I give to him a lot. Well, I didn't give anything for his birthday. When he got married to his wife, I did give them a gift card. Okay? But Vic, you told us that you don't give gift cards. I did for them. Okay? It's a different story. Alright? Because they were in a rush to get married. They did. And so I wanted to give him $50. My husband gave him $100. He said, well, I was going to give him $500. And I looked at him like, oh, if you did that, I would kill you. I did give him a wedding gift. And I did it in honor of my mother-in-law. Other than that, I would have never done it, I don't think. Okay? Because of certain reasons. They're on drugs. But I am a giving person. That's a part of my personality. You know? But, like my friend said, don't have your expectations about yourself or other people. I mean, don't let other people's expectations stress you out. You can only do what you can do. And you shouldn't feel bad about it. You shouldn't feel guilty about it. You know? And believe me, a couple years ago, I said, okay, and I told my husband this, I told Jim this, we're going to have a simple Christmas. I'm not going to decorate that much. We're just going to have a tree, some lights, and a couple ornaments on the tree, and that's it. And do you know what? Well, we stayed home that Christmas anyway, a couple years ago, because my husband had caught COVID. So he was under quarantine. So, but the next year, well, that's when my mother-in-law, last year, my mother-in-law passed away. And I wanted something to remember my mother-in-law's spirit. And I guess I stressed myself out about that to a certain extent. But it was important to me. You know? And, but I told my husband, I said, listen, for our Christmas, we're gonna give each other one gift, and from the cats, one gift. Of course, when I say that, I get a couple of things, there's more things. If I say, oh, that's a great sale, and stuff, that's just me. So my husband agreed to that. And we did have a nice little Christmas. And so you have to stop thinking about what other people think about you. I do that a lot sometimes still, I'll admit. And we talked about before people pleasing. Oh, that's another topic in itself. And we all have done that. For one reason or another. So, stop worrying about what other people think. You're doing the best you can with what you have. Keep on keeping on. You know, don't give up. You know, don't give up. And just go with the flow, baby. No. So, I need more Java Monster. I need more Java Monster. I need more Java Monster now. So, all right. So, I'm working as best as I can with what I have, and just be grateful for the opportunity and not to get overwhelmed, because there are solutions to problems. You know, things will be figured out. Maybe not in my time, but in its own time. So, I really want to thank you for being here. I do appreciate you. And it means a lot that you're here. You know, I'm here for you. If you're struggling with life, I'm here for you. You know, and I'll help you out in any way I can. I don't give advice. I give suggestions. And I am not a licensed counselor, you know, like a drug and alcohol counselor or a mental health therapist. But I know a lot. I've been there, done that a lot. And I have a lot of insights on things. And let's call it, you know, the school of hard knocks of life, okay? You can message me on my Twitter. You know, saying, you know, I'm going through something, I need to talk to you, you know, and all that stuff. And listen, if I don't answer you right away, just write out what's going on. Just keep writing. Even if it's a novel, just keep writing. Because that will help you in the long run too, by getting all that negative stuff out of you. And then when I do come back and, reply and say, what's up? And then you say, well, you know what? You might say, oh, I feel better now. Because I wrote all this stuff. I wrote a novel about what's going on, what my feelings were, and whatever. And yeah, I feel a little bit better. I feel okay now. I've done that before, even like with AA or NA. I had sponsors that said to me, call me up. If I'm at home, just talk to the machine. Like, if I was still there, just talk. And do you know what? Most of the time it helped. And this is when I was really serious of being clean and sober. Other times it's like, and I know how heavy that phone is when you want, call somebody that you don't want to drink. You have urges to drink or drug or whatever. And that phone receiver gets pretty heavy. It gets up to be like 2,000 pounds. So, even if you know somebody that's struggling and stuff, have them come over here and stuff, and we can talk. We all have to be supportive of each other. And right now the world's going to be really crazy, really scary, and but like I was saying, I'm here for you, and if you or if somebody that's struggling and stuff, just reach out to them and show them that you care. And the best thing you can do that's for free is to talk to them. That's all. It'll make them feel better, and you feel real good that you did help somebody. Just like with me. I spoke, or I left comments on people's paradise. Because I could relate to that song. I used to sing that song back in 1995 a lot. And I only wish, I told Coolio that when he was alive. Because knowing him, he would have had a big smile and he would dig it. So I got replies from what I put in my comment, and a lot of people saying, I'm proud of you, and God bless you. It was clear that God had a purpose for you. Stay strong, stay well. And did my head go out to be like a balloon head? No. And I have to stay humble. I have to, really stay grounded. And I replied to these people saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. It really means a lot to me that you gave me a compliment. Uh, so if anybody didn't tell you today that you were awesome, I'm telling you that you're rocktastic. And it doesn't hurt to put a smile on your face. Look in the mirror and just smile. Just smile. Because by doing that will actually reciprocate on the next positive thing you do. It's all about the attitude. But me, it's all about the Jersey-tude. Go and, you know what? Go on YouTube or Netflix or even one of the streams on Twitch and find a funny thing to watch and make yourself laugh. It gets those endorphins going. I mean, one of the things I watch every day, or every couple of days when it comes out, is Zedication on YouTube. He has one of those channels like, you laugh, you lose. You had to do a punishment and stuff. And especially when he laughs at stuff, it gets contagious. He has a contagious laugh. It's a lot of fun to watch him. Watch a comedian that you like to watch. What I like to watch is Dry Bar Comedy on YouTube. Dry Bar Comedy is what it really stands for. There's no alcohol involved. It's just pure, clean fun. It doesn't have raunchy comedy. How the world is today. It's filled with raunchiness. But Dry Bar Comedy is fun to watch. And it just shows you, too, that you don't need drugs and alcohol to have fun. Hell, I have fun. I still get pretty wild and crazy. That's my husband. I still know how to party. I might be sober, but I'm not dead. So with that, guys, we're going to end the stream. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. I truly appreciate you. Positive vibes, guys. Positive vibes to you. And I hope you have a rocktastic rest of the night. And this is Rock Queen 71 coming at you live from my headquarters in Rocklahoma. I'm signing off. Take care, guys. Be good to each other. Lift up people. Be a light in this world. Later, guys.